Hi there, Andy here for just a chat video. Just wanted to say hi to everybody, and I hope everyone had a Merry Christmas. It was a nice and white Christmas. I hope everybody was safe and got to spend time with their family or something special. For me, I was at home and it was quiet and peaceful, and that's always nice. I just was at home, relaxed all day. Didn't go out. No, I didn't go out till 5:30 this morning. I was posted earlier today on Facebook that I went out about 5:30 to get me something to drink because I ran out of tea bags. Well, I had 3, and I usually use 8 bags for my tea. And I knew when I got out of the shower I would be hot, and I want something. I like to have something cold to drink when I get out of the shower, so I can be like, ah. But anyways. Here we are going into the last week of 2010. They always say years just fly by, and yeah, 2010, here we are at the end already, but another year almost done. We got 1 week left of 2010, and today in church we just there wasn't very many of us today because a lot were sick and some didn't be able to come out because of the weather. But it was just a few of us, but we all had a good time. We got a chance for us to testify on what God done for us this past year and the greatness of God. And a lot of them I agreed with, because I thank God for my job. I thank Him for my health. But there's so much I can be thankful for that I can't put it all into words, and I can't put it all into a video to share. But I'm so grateful. And 2010 for me was a little different. I moved again. Seems like I'm always moving. As far as I can remember, we've always moved in my life. From my grandmother's house, I can remember probably the longest place that I can remember in my life. That was all the way up till I was 15. When my grandmother passed away, we sold the house and so forth. But always when I was little, and growing up, moving. I have lived in Frankfort my whole life, but one time we lived in Lexington for a short while. But other than that, I've always lived in Frankfort, and I counted it up one time. I am 33 years old, and I have moved 33 times in my life. So if you can imagine, that's pretty much a move every year. And all in Frankfort, except one time when we lived in Lexington. So, I don't know. And then even after I moved out on my own, which when I was 24, I moved out on my own. And since then, I've moved like 7. And so I think it's in me to move all the time. But I want to be settled. I've always said I'm never going to move again. I'm not going to move again. But you never know. Things come up. Sometimes you have to move. But a lot of times for me, I guess it was the enemy from where we moved so much growing up that, then that next year I was like, time to move, time to get a new place. But believe me, that's very expensive, and don't move unless you really have to. So I'm not saying go out and move every year, but that's just what we did. We moved. I have a list somewhere of all the places I've ever lived, and I counted where I'm at now is my 33rd place I've lived in Frankfort. So, but anyways, I moved again this past year. I don't plan on moving in 2011 unless God moves me to a new place or something of that nature. Because like I said, I'm 33 years of moving. You kind of get a little tired of it, and I'll be here for a while, I say. So, but anyways, 2010 was just a little different for me, but still there's some great growth in there for me. I believe the place that I'm at now, is a place for me just to really get closer to God, to get my relationship going stronger in Him. Because I just want to know Him, and I just want to be on fire for Him and have Him, He's in my life every day, and it's awesome to think how He's moved in my life and how He's brought me to new levels in Him, and I'm still growing and looking very forward to that. And I'm holding, it's one of my Christmas gifts, a brand new calendar for 2011. And so we all get kind of excited sometimes about New Year's coming up. And so I don't know about 2011. I don't know what God has in store or what's going to be, but all I know is He's going to be there with me, going to be there through whatever may come. And I was just thinking the other day that, I make it a point now and to get my joy out of Him, because He says, the joy of the Lord is my strength. And I find that very true anymore. I mean, I put all my joy in Him, from Him. I get His joy, and it just makes it so much better. It's nice, of course, it's nice to have things that make you happy and so forth, but I don't want to put my hope or happiness in things anymore, because they're always subject to change, but God never changes. So that's why, like I said, I don't know what 2011 is going to be. I pray and hope it's a great year, but you know how life is. The Bible says it rains on the just and the unjust. But whatever, I'm going to have joy because of the Lord. And so I just thought I would share that with you. Some people may be like, what? God, I don't know what he's talking about. But I don't know. But anyways, I hadn't made a video for a while, except for the new Christmas one I did. It's the welcome to Bethtown. I got some new ideas I think are brewing up for them to kind of have some material for them to do, but I hope you all got to see Miss Spackle's Christmas. All last week, that's all I did. I was home, I filmed. When I went to filming, I was editing and trying to get it all together, because I had a week to get it out, and I was wanting to get it out before on Christmas, and I got it out on Christmas. So thank God for that. That was all His doings there, because normally I just take my time with it and so forth, but I really had the story of Miss Spackle's Christmas Miracle come to me when I was on my break one day back in the summer. Just a little song was in my head, and I think it was a Christmas tune, and just this little story that I thought was really special come up, because it kind of shows why Miss Spackle's maybe could be a little bitterness, but I think Miss Spackle just likes to hide her sweetness, like Patty mentioned in the Miss Spackle's I forgot the title, Miss Spackle's Christmas Miracles. So, and that was sort of a way of me, for my faith, kind of activate in that story, because I do believe in miracles, and I believe God does miracles all the time, not just at Christmas time, but it just the miracle of Jesus and the miracle of Him saving ourselves and from ourselves. And so last year with the Cousin Clarence and Andy one, I did the meaning of Christmas, which is Christ. Jesus is the reason we have Christmas all together. Nowadays I know it's a lot about the stores and stuff, promote shopping and all that so forth, and it's nice to give gifts, but just don't go out of your way and make it something stressful, because I've heard, not a lot, but a few people these past weeks, and just talk about how I have a visitor at my door, so I think it might be Frank, so I'll be right back. But anyway, as I was saying, a lot of people were stressed out over the holidays, saying I'll be glad when it's over, and it shouldn't be that way. Let me be right back. I got to get my door. I believe it's Frank. I'll be right back. And I'm back. It was somebody at my door. It was my neighbor Frank. He gave me my mug back that I let him borrow. He was ringing the Salvation Army bell at the Kroger for the last couple weeks, and I would give him this cup so he could put some hot chocolate and stuff in, and he brought it back to me. So, anyways, as I was saying, I hope, what was I talking about? The Miss Spackle's Christmas Miracle, yeah. So, I hope people who watched it enjoyed it. I had to split it up in 3 parts, though, on Facebook and YouTube, because It runs about 30 minutes long, but I hope y'all enjoyed it. I thought it was a cute story that was put onto my heart, and I was glad to be able to get it done in time for Christmas and have it out. So, excuse me, my throat's getting a little dry again. So I think I'm going to wrap this little just a chat video up and go get me something to eat. Excuse me. Something to drink. And I will chat with you guys later. Of course, I'll be on Facebook. And if y'all have any ideas for Welcome to Bethtown, I would be glad to hear from you. So just send me a message on Facebook or MySpace. I'm not too much on MySpace anymore, but you can send them there. But if you're watching this on Facebook, just send me an email through Facebook if you have any ideas for the Welcome to Bethtown folks. There is, of course, Patty, Kathy, Andy, and Clarence, and Miss Spackle. There's 5 of them. And I try to fit them all in, but I can't always fit them all into one episode because it's a lot to be 5 people. But anyway, it's fun to work with those characters. I really like working with those little characters. So, but if you have any ideas for them, just run an email to me and we'll see. And your story may be portrayed in Bethtown. So, have a wonderful week. God bless you, and enjoy this last week of 2010, and look forward to a great 2011. Good night.